Hi guys, welcome back to this African perspective. Okay, so a guy was actually ranting, and many other people actually had some rants to give about having to request for building permits in the US, which is, basically some things that some people do not actually deal with in other countries. Some people do not have to. In most countries, when you want to build, you buy a land and you pay for the land, you do all the stuff that you need to do paperwork wise, it's yours, and you don't have to ask permission, from anything relating to the government to actually build what type of house you feel like building, as long as that place was actually is a land that has been given already and you're not building on a road, you just build. Okay, so that is just literally how it is. But in the US, then these people are actually renting because they have to ask for a permit, and then literally they are paying for it. Make sure you please click the like button, it really helps with the algorithm and I appreciate that so much. Okay, let's get right into it.
Why do you have to have permission to do anything at all anymore? Anything you want to do. I thought this was America and I have to have permission. I have to get a permit to build a fence in my backyard. It's not even in the front yard by the road. My backyard, that fence right there. I was required to pull a permit just to build that fence. Now, did I do that? That's none of your business. But I was supposed to pull a permit to do that. You have to get permission to do anything. I have to pay the government like $30 a year just to go fishing at the lake with my son. Oh, I have to pay you? I have to get permission to go fish? Did you build the lake? No, God made the lake. Why am I paying to go fish there? It's unbelievable. I don't understand. I thought this was the land of the free and the home of the brave. Yet you can't even build something on your own property without getting permission from the government to do it. I just don't understand. I don't understand why people have to pay money to hunt, pay money to fish. What, do you think I'm going and taking all the fish out of the lake? I'm catching and releasing, my guy. I don't why. So why am I paying you just to show you my little card and say, see, I paid you money. Now I'm able to be here at this lake that you don't even own. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. I'll never understand it. I want my free country back. I thought this was America and I have to have permission. I have to get a permit to build a fence.
So we are in the process of building a house. And obviously with that comes lots of surveys. But one survey that we have to get is a tree survey. We have to pay for a survey company to come out and survey all of the trees on our property so that we can then show the government, the local municipality, what trees are on our property so that they can then tell us which trees we are and are not allowed to cut down. And we're only allowed to cut down the trees that are within the footprint of where we are building and ones that are smaller than a certain diameter at breast height. And if they're too big and you take them down and they're not in that spot, you have to pay the government to take down trees off your own property. Or you can replant trees, but you're still having to pay trees and then put trees back on your property in other places. We paid for the property. And we pay taxes on the property. And now we got to pay for a survey so that the government can tell us what trees we are and are not allowed to take off of our property. It's out of control.
Yeah, costs go up. I mean, I don't understand why people don't understand this. Costs go up for jurisdictions too. So it was $150 to 3% of the project cost. I mean, they've got to pay for the inspectors. They've got to pay for the plans examiner. They got to pay for people. And like 80% of the cost for a jurisdiction is staff, because they provide service, they don't provide product. So I definitely think that there could be more transparency from jurisdictions in what they charge and why. But people have got to understand they've got to pay for people. And it's not just the building department that gets paid out of this. You have permitting staff, administration staff, legal staff, IT staff. They're all in that because they provide support to the building department. So just keep that in mind. You see costs go up everywhere else. What do you expect jurisdictions to do?
I'm actually very curious. Are there a lot of people who are getting raises at work who work for this type of places? Because maybe a lot of people are getting raises and we are not aware of it, because maybe due to the inflation and the reason why they keep increasing prices, most corporations will increase the rate of stuff of their services, but at the end of the day, the people who are working for them do not get raises. And if you think this is just like, it's a factual situation that is happening to other people, but maybe I'm the one who's not aware of it. Because let's be for real, many people keep complaining that, oh, you know, things are actually expensive, but their money, they never get any raise. Even though the cost of living is not matching up, everything is high, but people are still getting the same pay that they've been getting for years. It's like a stagnant situation.
Check this out, you guys. So these people did not get permits. They put in this beautiful fence, but it's really, I don't know, maybe too tall. I'm not sure. Looks pretty tall. Maybe that's the problem, but they started doing work and the city has...
We can build houses for less than $150,000 that have 2,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, and 3 baths, and I'm not joking. The reason that we don't give you houses at $150,000 is that the governments, the local governments, generally put hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of taxes, building permits, and restrictions on properties, making it impossible for us to build. So if you ever wonder why houses cost so much, well, it's your local government. By the way, if you really want to get into this, get rid of the income tax, and we would probably be able to do it for under $100,000. Right now, today's market, today's money.
Definitely have wondered why those houses cost so damn much, because I mean, all the stuff that are being used and the equipment being used for those buildings are literally just some flimsy woods, and they do not last much. If you think about it, living in most houses, it's like at the end of the day, these houses can just fall apart at any time. If you just live there, maybe possibly for some years, before you know it, you need to pay money to actually redo the floor. You need to pay money when something is not done with high quality. You're going to pay more for it. Most things actually break down because they are very cheap and they were not made with good quality. And whereas if those things were actually made with good quality, you'll notice you spend way less, because when will you actually have a problem, it will be a very rare situation. So if more money is actually put into the property, and it's just, so sometimes I'll be wondering, I'm like, is there really like a profit to it? It's like, because the stuff just keeps breaking down. Like, there's always going to be a breakdown. There's always going to be something that needs to be repaired. I don't care what house it is. We know generally, regardless of how sturdy a house is built, you definitely will need to repair it. But a place that needs constant repair, or if nobody even lives in that house, what I even wonder sometimes is, how do Americans, or let me be precise, US citizens, as some people are actually saying, I shouldn't be saying America, but how do you guys actually keep up with the laws? Because there's just so many laws, and I feel like it's so hard to keep up with. How are you supposed to be remembering every little thing? Does that mean you have to literally check the law to see if you need to step out your house or you need to not step out your house? Because I feel like at any time you can just make mistakes. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're watching me for the very first time. And also leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. I would really love to see what you think about this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.